Oh, you are welcome to this program, The Logic of the Seeker, and I am the Seeker. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as I promised you that today I will commence with you a journey into the imagination book. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are tuned to this particular channel, please just know that you are in for wonderful things. Your life is going to be the same if you follow me throughout this journey. You're going to discover powerful things. You are going to discover your own power, your individuality, and your ability to maximize it, your potentials, your ability to create worlds that probably would have existed if you have not been able to manifest your ideas. Okay. Now, in the preface of the book, which is the main beginning, as I was wondering, I discovered in my research a powerful statement, a powerful quotation of Einstein. And Einstein says that imagination is more important than knowledge. Okay, to me, by understanding that, as somebody who's researching, who's searching to understand imagination, I saw it as what? A key, an opener to the whole topic. And that is why I choose to put it in the intro so that we can digest it. Now, what does that mean? Okay, I started to interpret and analyze this particular statement by saying, in fact, I put it at that imagination, in my understanding, I put it in quote, that imagination was better than knowledge. As contrary, or probably as in line with what Einstein said, imagination is more important than knowledge. Right? Sometimes, even in the Bible, in the Quran, when you are doing the interpretation of the actual document, sometimes you can switch some words that probably have the same meaning or that are synonymous. Okay, so if you see it in my book, I said imagination is more important and it's more better, or imagination is better than knowledge. Okay, so now let's zoom into it. What does that mean? Now I started by saying the more you choose, the more you give in to choose what you have chosen. I repeat, the more you choose, the more you give in to choosing what you have chosen. And every rational act is made by a choice. And the choice begins with an imagination, which becomes a driving force of encounter to physical reality. I continue to say, if imagination is more important than knowledge, it is because it's imagination that draws in knowledge when the mind begins to react with the laws of our social and natural environment. Okay, now imagination happens in this manner. This is how it happens. Because knowledge, the knowledge which Einstein refers to, I'm now coming to interpret the meaning of what Einstein says, that imagination is more important than knowledge, which I put that imagination is simply better than knowledge. Now, let me prove to you how imagination is better than knowledge. Knowledge is created by conception, speech, and documentation, whilst maintained through practice, teaching, and learning. This is why imagination is more important than knowledge. The reason is that knowledge itself is first created by conception, by speech, and by teaching, right? Whilst maintained through practice, or while maintained through practice, teaching, and learning. Okay, so what that means simply is that once you have a concept, all knowledge emanates from our imaginations first. All knowledge emanates from imagination. Okay, but once you imagine and you go ahead to take steps to document, or you go ahead to take steps to speak about what you are imagining, you are creating knowledge. So knowledge emanates from our imagination. That's why I say knowledge is created by speech. Knowledge is created by conception first, then by speech, then by documentation. And that knowledge is maintained by way of what? Practice, teaching, and learning. Simple. So now, we are moving into a terrain where you have to understand that the difference between what is conceptual and what is the project of the concept, the physical concept. Okay, that is all about creativity. You have an idea and you move ahead to actualize the idea. That is all about creativity. Now, creativity is not all just about creating of things. No, it's not like they have brought this, they have created. No, creativity is an entire idea of what being able to think about situations, problems, solutions, and rolling out a plan that can make that particular solution you have in your mind